I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is a paid request for Andrew Peterson. If anyone wants to send in any requests, topics, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, anything random, whatever, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Thank you. Now, this is for a film called Freeway from 1996, which I've heard of, but had not seen. Just based on the cover, it just seemed like a typical, okay, crazy guy, girl, crazy guy wants to kill girl. The cover made it seem like a typical flick, but when you watch the film, it's more like, this sounds stupid, like a more serious John Waters film. I know that doesn't make sense, but it definitely has a unique vibe to it. From the very beginning, you see artwork that literally tells us this is a Little Red Riding Hood story. Red Riding Hood, you got the wolf. Even by the end of the film, you literally have, oh, what big eyes you have. Which I didn't expect that. And then you have Reese Witherspoon, which I would say this is the best performance I've seen her do. Very white trash, redneck gal, illiterate, poor. Her boyfriend is Bokeem Woodbine, and her mother's Amanda Plummer from Pulp Fiction, who is a prostitute. Her stepdad, I recognize the guy because he was the lead in this TV show called The Pretender. I forget the actor's name, but like, hey, I remember you. But pretty much the mom and stepdad, they get arrested, taken to jail. Reese is going to put in foster care, but she doesn't want that. She wants to go to this grandma she's never met, but it's related to her real dad, and wants to meet her. So she decides to go by. And it's definitely a movie that the plot, based on the cover or based on the synopsis, the plot did not go exactly as I thought, and that made it very interesting to see what's going to happen next. And it does involve Kiefer Sutherland, pick her up when her car gets broken down. Kiefer Sutherland is a bad guy. Reese Witherspoon is definitely not a victim. I would say this movie has definitely a quirky sense of humor. There's some familiar faces that pop up. Brooke Shields as Kiefer Sutherland's wife. Dan Hedaya, who I've seen in films like, he was in Alien Resurrection, he was in Daylight. He plays one of two cops. The other cop, he's one of the guys in A Few Good Men who's on trial. One of the two guys on trial for the death. Yeah, it was A Few Good Men, yeah. I forget the actor's name, but he's the other cop. I mentioned Bokeem Woodbine. Oh, Brittany Murphy. She makes an appearance in this. which was cool. I don't know if this was before or after Clueless. Might have been after Clueless. So, it was interesting to see her in there. Like I said, if I'm going to go in more spoiler review, but I'll say this. If you're interested in a movie that's off the beaten path with very solid work by Reese Witherspoon, and I'm a guy that's been critical of her in certain parts of her career, this is easily one of her better performances. And like I said, Kiefer Sutherland, it's a very quirky movie. It's a movie that, again, did not go exactly as I thought it would, and that made it interesting. I gotta get more into spoilers, though. For example, she kisses Bokeem Woodbine. Bye. She leaves. As soon as she leaves, a drive-by happens and Bokeem Woodbine gets killed. Didn't see that coming. But, oh shit. That's why I'm like, okay, where is this movie going? That was a definite surprise. Or her car breaks down, Kiefer picks her up, and Kiefer is very nice. He's very kind, lets her open up. Opened up that she was molested by the stepdad. But then Kiefer, he could do nice well, and then he can turn on a dime. So, did you like him when he fucked you? And you realize that this is a killer who would kill girls on the freeway. And Kiefer's like, I reach my limit with people like you, garbage people. You get your fucking pants down. When Kiefer needs to be intense, he sells that very well. Because I've always been a Kiefer Sutherland fan. I haven't seen much of the TV show 24. I know. I don't have them. I would like to get them and watch them one day, but maybe one day. But I liked him in Young Guns. He was in this film called Renegades. He was in Phone Booth. Very solid actor. Flatliners, The Lost Boys, and more so. And so he's got the advantage, but then she gets the advantage on him and makes him cry because she has a gun. Gets to a place, shoots him in the fucking neck, shoots him a bunch, but then Kiefer survives. He plays victim in the hospital. The cops arrest her because she has a redneck criminal background. They think she's the guilty party. And then there's Kiefer with all this stuff on, and she's laughing at him. Hey, you got one of those bags you shit in? So you're a shit bag, right? She's a big old shit bag. Ain't you, Bob? I thought that was rather funny. And then it becomes like a prison movie where she's in prison with Brittany Murphy, who she's in there for huffing paint. I guess it's not technically prison, but I don't know what you call it, detention center. And then you have the cops looking into the case because they start realizing maybe there's something more to this. And Reese Witherspoon makes like a little weapon thing from her toothbrush. There's a point where the cops go by Kiefer's place and they find all this porn and all this other stuff. And Brooke Shields is horrified, and then she fucking shoots herself. I didn't expect that happening. Didn't expect the whole thing where Kiefer getting shot and having this equipment and having that voice. Hello there, how's it going? And his face is like this. Hello there, how's it going? Give me some soup with a fucking straw. Extra spoilers, even the end. That definitely fulfills the Little Red Riding Hood story motif where she gets the grandma's dead, Kiefer's hiding under the covers, they fight, she strangles him, the cops get there. I don't, stuff like this made me think of more serious John Waters out there where she's sitting there, the cops look at what she's done, and both the cops smile at her. Because she goes, you got a cigarette? They both look and smile. And then she smiles. And they have this weird carnival music playing. But it fit with the weird tone. It's a very quirky movie. based on Freeway. Freeway is a very boring title. Freeway. And then the cover just looked like a typical killer with a girl. Nothing about that title cover makes it seem as quirky as the movie is. Or that it would be a bit more comedic than I thought it would. It's not comedy, but there are comedic moments. And there are some nice moments of direction. Like when she gets a phone call, she's allowed a phone call, she calls to check on her boyfriend, and then we know what happened. She's listening, and I guess it's the team's mom telling her what happened, and just her reaction, and then boom, it fades out. I thought that was nicely done. It perfectly encapsulated her reaction. It didn't need her screaming, bawling. No, it just, the face, sort of dropping it, fade out. Okay. We got it. Well done. This guy, I guess, directed Ted Bundy from 2002. Was that the same movie I ranted on? Or was that another Ted Bundy film? If that's the same movie, man, I don't know what the fuck happened. Because the Ted Bundy I saw, if that's the one this guy directed, that's a movie that, I guess you could say try to have the quirkiness this did, but that dealt with a real life serial killer, so that made it not work at all. Does also have to have this quirky thing to it. Also, that was a film that, it was the 70s, but then they were playing music that I would hear in trailers to fucking Jet Li's The One. Like 70s bar, but they're playing techno music I would see in the trailer Jet Li's The One. That might not be the same Ted Bundy film, but it is. Holy shit, this, what happened to this director? Because he did a good job here. And like I said, if you want to watch a movie that's off the beaten path, it has I don't want to say, I almost want to say Heathers, but that's not the right way to describe the sensibility. By the way, it's like a little bit comedic, serious, a little bit black comedy, but it's still a fairly serious film. It's not what I expected. I found an actual nice surprise. So, yeah, I liked Freeway. I liked it quite a bit. It was an interesting flick. And Reese Witherspoon, to give credit where credit's due, she did a very solid job. A very solid job. Kiefer was great. And I don't really have a whole lot of problems with it. I really didn't. The detention center stuff. They have the Brittany Murphy character, and I guess she's also kind of a lesbian. There's not a whole lot. It's not like it follows through where, how do I put it? It's not like she gets out with Reese and then they all attack. Like maybe that would happen. Like, hey, you helped get us out. We'll help you with your problem. Hey, let's go see your grandma. Then they all maybe beat up on Kiefer Sutherland. At least maybe that'd be like a more of a follow through with that aspect, but not really. Maybe the fight with Kiefer, I wish there was a little bit more to it. Like maybe she got some punches in, but it's more like grabbing and choking the shit out of him. I guess I wanted a bit grander death for Kiefer's character, a bit more of a bigger death. Whether it be with a gun or a shotgun or stabbing or something, but just when she strangled him, I thought he was going to get back up. Because that's what happens a lot in these movies. No, wasn't the case, so I guess I wanted a bit more out of that fight. I at least like her maybe punching the shit out of him a few times or using the thing on his head to torture him a bit or something, but it was alright, but I wanted a bit more. Yeah, other than that, yeah, I didn't mind Freeway. Interesting film. Not quite what you would expect. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.